What's up, guys? I got some questions recently about accessory movements. And, well, how do you program accessory movements, and what the heck is the purpose of an accessory movement? So as I'm doing right here, I'm doing a tricep extension, a super common accessory movement for that of bench pressing, right? Well, triceps are obviously important for locking out the bench and pressing. And the question is, well, how do I program them, and why do I even do them? Well, think about it like this. If the whole movement is bench pressing itself, and I want to get better at bench pressing, I need to understand what my limiting factor is. And for some people, it's, well, your triceps, right? Being able to lock the bench out is something that's really important for, well, benching in the first place. But it doesn't just stop there. The idea of an accessory movement goes to just about anything. It's not just for the big movements, like people say, oh, I'm going to do back extensions because it's going to help my deadlift. We can take that same concept of an accessory movement and apply it to that of, well, performance training. Because when you think about performance training, you think about bench pressing, it's all about one common thing, achieving a specific goal. So you can take the same idea, I need to train my, well, triceps for bench press, right? I want to get them absolutely huge. Great. Fine, fun, I get it. But for performance training, I want to jump higher. Maybe I want to jump higher off a run, off an approach. So I got to strengthen my ankles. I got to strengthen my quads. I got to strengthen the limiting factor that's holding me back. Now, one of the biggest mistakes I see when it comes to accessory training is just not loading it enough. For some reason in our mind, we think, oh, I'm going to do some accessory training. I'm going to do 400 reps, 500 reps, probably not 400, 500, more like I'm going to do 15 or 12 reps of this exercise. Well, if I need to actually strengthen my triceps to help me lock out a heavy weight, I need to strengthen my ankles to help me handle high impact velocities. I need to strengthen my quads to get me better at squatting or jumping. I can't just train them arbitrarily. For some reason, accessory work is always deemed as, well, that's something you kind of just do 12 to 15 reps of. I don't believe that totally. I think you should load the movements in a way, well, that's going to help get you what you're lacking. That could be strength in one of those cases. So an example would be, you can do bent knee calf raises if you're trying to strengthen your, well, calves with a decent amount of weight. You don't need to go super duper extremely heavy, but you don't need to just do 20 reps. If I'm trying to strengthen my triceps for bench pressing, what is this little green band going to do for me if I do 1,001 reps versus a heavier band that's going to actually challenge me and help me build my triceps? Now, an aspect of the accessory is that, remember, it's part of the whole picture. So just getting this stronger isn't always going to guarantee to help you get your goal stronger. If I just have really big triceps, it might not be the end-all be-all to my bench press if my chest doesn't keep up. I use the bench press as an example because it's pretty easy to understand. So the idea is, if I want to train the weakest link, I need to identify the weakest link. And that is where you can simply look at your training history, what have I done in the past, but also look at what is lacking in my lift. An example would be if a bench press and I can get it off my chest and not lock it out, well, that might be my triceps. But if I can't even get it off my chest in the first place, maybe that is your chest. So think about movement, think about accessories, and think about how we can use those to program in our training to help not just, oh, I'm going to do a couple of accessory movements and say my arms get stronger, but actually focus on them if they are the weak link, and then measure the effectiveness. Am I actually getting better at my main goal, bench pressing, jumping higher? So at the end of the day, I think accessory movements are often not neglected, but misunderstood. We can load them in a way that actually applies a stressor to the body to get gains, as long as the movement that you're doing is obviously safe, done with good form, and you have proper build-up to it. So I appreciate you guys listening. If you have comments or questions, let me know. And as always, why not go crank out a couple of tricep extensions for me? Because who doesn't just like having or trying to get big triceps? Either way, I appreciate you guys listening. If you like, feel free to subscribe, follow along, and as much thank you as always. I appreciate you guys.